Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back to SP Vids. Delighted to be back to be doing another video, and in this one we're going to be talking about some new gear that I've picked up recently. So I've been scouring around eBay trying to pick up new gear, and a couple of items came up that tickled my fancy. Started bidding on them. I lost out on a couple that I actually wanted to get. One of them was the SP-555, so I did try and bid on an 808. Got outbid right at the last second actually on that one, and it went for a dirt cheap price. So super annoyed about that, to be honest, but I've ended up going for two different units and they've both arrived now, so I'm going to do a quick video to show you what I've picked up, talk you through a little bit sort of why I got them, and also I'm just going to quickly introduce them and talk a little bit about them. So this is the first one right under here. What have we got? Put it out there on social media that I picked up two new pieces of gear, and some of you had been guessing what they are. I have to say that a couple of you have, well, different people have got the different ones right. So yeah, there's a lot of you that have got this right, which is awesome. But also I wasn't surprised because these are quite obvious, the ones that I've picked up. So here's the first one anyway. Let's do the reveal now. It's the SP-555. So I'm really happy to get hold of one of these, and this one came up in really good condition. So I thought, screw it, I'm going to put in an offer for it because it was buy now or make an offer. So we did a little bit of haggling and counter offers and offers, and ended up getting it for a price that I was happy with. Now, I've bought stuff on eBay before, and I tend to find that if you pay the price that you think's fair for the item, then you tend to end up getting an item that's in good condition. If it's really cheap, it's usually too good to be true. I've found that through past experience. Paid a fair price for this one, and probably a little bit more, but to me it's kind of worth it because not only do I get to use it as a sampler, obviously, but it's also good for the channel. So that little bit of extra, which maybe some of you guys might not want to spend, it seems like it's worth it for me because I get to do content for you guys as well. In that sense, it's a bit of an investment for me as well, so that's why I can kind of justify it a little bit. So yeah, this unit is super clean, really happy with it. The only little cosmetic thing is this button has got a slight chip out of it, and judging from the little scratch next to the button as well, it looks like something's been dropped on it, and it's just damaged that button. These dials are a bit grubby. They could probably do with a clean, and also I could actually replace those as well, to be honest, if I wanted to. They're just the standard SP ones, so maybe it'd be good to replace those. Apart from that, I gave it a quick dust in, but I think I'm going to actually take the plate off and properly clean it all down and hoover and brush between everything. So I've already started making a few beats on this, and it's really fun to use. I actually have a scary feeling that this could end up being my main unit, to be honest, just because it feels so nice to use, the size and weight of it. There's a few fiddly things which are quite easy to do with the SP with the dials at the top, but you've got the dials over to your left hand. I'm not left-handed, so it is a bit strange having the controls over to the left while I'm doing stuff here. I tend to be like this on the SP with my right hand above doing the dials and then back to the pads, but with this one it feels like I'm having to use my left hand, so that is a bit strange. But it's just something that I need to get used to with the unit, basically. It's also got the mic in, which is cool, and it's got phantom power as well, so that means I can plug my condenser mic straight into this and record like Foleys and noises into it, so happy about that one. It's also got this crazy thing called D-beam. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you actually use your hand to control things. Now, I know that sounds like I'm making that up, but it is actually genuinely true. There's two little, what look like LEDs here. They're obviously like sensors. They look kind of like LEDs. And you move your hand over it and do various things with it, and it filters the samples and stuff. It's proper crazy. It's actually really fun to play with, so I've been doing a lot of that. I've made a lot of beats on this already, actually, probably like 3 or 4, maybe 5 beats, and I do actually really like it, so super happy that I picked this one up. Obviously a lot of similar buttons to the SX, but I think there's going to be more of a focus for me to try and nail the pattern select and get patterns built on this thing. So yeah, that's the first bit of gear. If you're a 555 head already, shout out in the comments. I'd love to hear who's got these units already. So yeah, that's the first one. Let's move on to the second one. Right, so this second unit, I think I'm actually going to have to sort of rethink how I go about recording my videos, because it's that big. I can only just fit it in the camera shot. So my camera is actually already higher than I usually have it, just because the 555 is a little bit bigger. I'm going to have to go even higher for this one, so it just about fits in the shot for this video, which is good enough. So this next unit, these are rare, that's what I would say in the UK. To pick one of these up in the condition that I've managed to get it in is amazing. So let's do a reveal on it. It doesn't really need an introduction, to be honest. Is the MPC 2000 XL. What a piece of gear, guys. This is legendary hip-hop gear right here. Legendary producers have used this to make some of the most famous hip-hop beats. So it's been on my bucket list for ages, this piece of gear. For some reason, back in the day, I ended up getting a 2500, which I've still got. It's actually in bits at the moment because there's loads of pots have gone on it underneath the buttons. So I'm in the process of repairing that. So yeah, I've really been missing the MPC life. And this is a unit, like I say, I've had my eye on one for ages. And this came up in the UK and it looked pretty much in immaculate condition. As you can see, there's a few little cosmetic marks here, but the screen is super clear, all the buttons are fully working, the pads velocity sensitive and that all works. Got these amazing floppy disks with them that have got sounds loaded into them from famous producers like RZA, J Dilla, Alchemist, Manny Fresh, Pete Rock, Ninth Wonder, another one I know, Swiss Beats, Dr. Dre as well, and Mobb Deep. So I've gone through a couple of those and there are some actually really hard sounds on them, so I'll be looking to get those digitalized at some point, but for now it's a case of plugging in the floppy disks and using those to load in the sounds. So yeah, this is running on floppy disk still at the moment. It hasn't got the 8 outs either, and it doesn't have the built-in effects either, so this really is bare minimum, this gear. I paid, again, a very fair price for this, I feel, and I'm just super happy that it's all fully functioning. I'm going to try really hard to take care of the buttons with this one. It's easy to get into mad sessions with the MPC and start smashing all the buttons, but really want to treat this with a lot of respect because it's a legendary piece of gear. So yeah, I do plan on upgrading this to have the SD card reader at some point, I think, because that'll be well worthwhile. But for now, I'm just going to stick to floppy disks. I think that's quite cool, to be honest. I mean, I haven't seen floppy disks for about 10 years. I can't remember the last time I physically used one. But it's really satisfying throwing one of these in and hearing all the noises. So yeah, that's it, guys, for this video, really. I just wanted to introduce those. Let's get the other back in. Two really cool units that I'm excited to start sharing content with you guys around: the MPC 2000 XL, the SP-555 from Roland. Obviously the MPC's a Kai as well. So two different companies, and I'm also just super excited for the possibilities with like these units and other SPs and that kind of thing. Like I think the 404SX and the MPC 2000 XL will be a killer combo. In fact, I already know it's a killer combo, I just haven't obviously done it myself yet. And a couple of the guesses that came up just wanted to quickly cover as well. One of them was the OP1, and that is something that I've really weighed up for a long time, picking up an OP1. But I got both of these units for way less than the price of one of those, so it's a no-brainer for me to have like a legendary piece of hip-hop production gear and 555, which is also really nice for lo-fi. For both of these units to be cheaper than an OP1, I just think that's crazy. So yeah, I was weighing that up and I nearly did actually go ahead and get one of those, but in the end I just thought, what do I really want to use myself personally? I think the OP1, when I was thinking about it, that was more of a purchase for the channel, if that makes sense, and then I thought, actually that's not the way to go about things. I should be sharing the gear that I like to use and that I'm passionate about, so that's the reason for that decision, guys. I hope these ones are good decisions in your opinion. I think the MPC is a hard one to argue with. The 555, people have suggested other ones which might have been better, but I'm actually really happy with this unit. I think I'm going to make a lot of nice beats on this. And yeah, I think that's it for now. If you've got any questions about these units, I'd love to hear your feedback and stuff, so leave a comment below. I'll get back to you with whatever questions that you might have. And yeah, moving forward, these are going to be a big part of the channel, so it's really exciting times for the channel. There's going to be fresh content, new samplers, and obviously I've got all the other samplers as well now, so 5 samplers that I can use on the channel, and then hopefully some Ableton stuff as well. So there's going to be loads of variety, and hopefully we can attract a few new subscribers. So yeah, quickly before I go as well, just want to say huge thanks to everyone that has subscribed recently. The channel's growing crazy at the moment, and I think obviously because of lockdown, a lot of people are stuck indoors, which sucks at the moment, but it's for a good reason. But that's actually meant that a lot more people have got free time to be on YouTube and stuff like that. So I've definitely seen a huge surge of subscribers coming to the channel. So if you have subscribed, thank you very much. But also, yeah, please look after anyone that you can, and look after yourselves as well at the moment in lockdown. Try and stay indoors as much as you can, and yeah, just help anyone that you can as much as you can at the moment, because it's a really grim time, but we're slowly getting over it in the UK, and hopefully you guys in other countries are as well. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Make use of your time while you can, keep making beats, and I'll be back very soon with content around these guys. Super excited. Peace!